and it's Deepak here from Pearl Lemon Leads. If you want to hire us for cold calling, then we're pretty bloody good at it, I'd like to think. But anyway, I'm going to be just basically jumping into calls. I do this for my own accountability, and I like to, keep the sword sharpened. So we've got a client, and they just said Jonathan at Instant Edge was a no-show, which kind of pisses me off because it makes me look like Mr. Muggins, of course. So I'm going to be calling for those guys briefly to see if I can get Jonathan from Instant Edge back on the calendar. So let's give him a call and see what happened and take it from there. So give me a second. Let's go to let's control find instant. Oh. Okay, so have a look. Jonathan. So 07715 6416. That was on the 7th of May. I called him.
Welcome to the Oak.
So he did not answer. So Jonathan, Instant Edge. So I'm going to try and give someone else a call. Who did I book in before? It was calf installation, yellow, Deepak, call booked. Okay, let's call. Let's quickly call Paul Kelson. 863 10917. Okay, let's do that, and then let's move to a different client.
Hello.
Hi there. Sorry, is this Paul?
Yeah.
Paul, my name's Deepak. I'm calling from a company called SearchSketch. I'm ringing because I understand my colleague Lydia connected with you recently on LinkedIn. Does that ring a bell, Lydia from SearchSketch, or no idea what I'm talking about?
I have lots of people connecting with me all the time.
Yeah, it's okay. You've probably got a busy LinkedIn like many of us. I understand. Look, I reckon I need about 25 to 30 seconds of your time to really briefly explain who SearchSketch are, what we do, and hopefully at the end of that you can say, Deepak, that's interesting, I'd like to learn more, or Deepak, thank you, but probably not for me. Does that sound reasonable?
Yeah.
Go on.
Fine.
Okay, so I'll cut straight to the chase. So really simply, SearchSketch is an SEO tool. It is not similar to, for example, SEMrush or Ahrefs or Moz or anything of that ilk. It doesn't focus, for example, on, let's say, rank tracking or technical SEO audits. The problem that SearchSketch seeks to solve, if you will, is by visualizing page one of Google. So let's just say, for example, that you were trying, or you or a client of yours had a desire to rank for, let's just say, CBD London or vegan food store London. Let's go with vegan food store London. I imagine that it would probably be pretty powerful for you to know, you or your client, that, well, you know what, Paul, if you do try and rank for that keyword, actually, even if you got to page one, rank one of Google, that you're going to have to actually compete with Google Maps, the the 3-pack that comes up. You've got Google Shopping as well as zero-based search, i.e. the featured snippets. And what SERP Sketch does is it's able to tell you basically across any keyword that you're interested in ranking for what visually appears on page 1 of Google. So the problem it solves is that I hope would become pretty useful when planning basically your campaign strategy, because if you know that you're going to end up ranking or appearing is probably a better word, halfway down page 1, even if you rank top position, that might be important to devising any of your kind of keyword strategies. Does that make any sense at all? Have I explained it properly?
Yeah. However, we don't we don't actually do any of that kind of work for clients.
Okay.
We don't have anything to do with that side of things. So
okay.
It's not really relevant. Yeah.
No, I understand.
So,
well, hey, if it's not relevant, then that is what it is. It's pretty straight, pretty open and shut then in that case. Well,
yeah, and thanks for the pitch and everything.
No, that's okay. It's okay. Well, thank you for your time as well. Well, look, I appreciate your time. Thanks for being straightforward, and no, just enjoy the rest of your day.
Brilliant. Thanks very much.
No worries, Paul. All right, bye now. So, guys, that one I did not get anywhere, and bum ba dum ba dum. I'm telling someone's just said yes. He can come and watch, and I'm just telling him right now that I'm cold calling as it stands. So there you go. So now let's try and ring for someone else and see where we get and see where it goes. Bum ba dum ba dum. Okay, great. So we've got a company here that we're going to call for. And you know what? There was someone I was ringing previously. I'm going to try and call him back, in fact. See what happens. He does not want to answer my call, so I'm going to put in here. Hey Shrey, it's Deepak here from Pearl Lemon as well as Digica. I called you last week in regards to Digica. I don't know if that rings a bell. I tried to call back and let me know if you're not interested in speaking anymore, or if it's just I've caught you at a bad time. So it's Deepak, and I'm calling in regards to Digica, and my colleague Lynn connected with you on LinkedIn. Cheers, Ray. So that was that. So let's now try and call Abed at, you know what, let's go up the list and see who we've got here. So the time now is 12:45. It's probably too early in keep going for the UK numbers first of all. Let's spot a UK number. That's not a UK number. It's called Daniel at Jefferson Frank. So 0207 337 0819. Let's have a go at calling Daniel.
Please note that this call may be monitored for training and quality assurance purposes.
So they're a recruitment firm, so I don't know how relevant they're going to be. So let's put there a relevant company, and let's also add my name here. So, that's cool. We are making progress because we are ticking people off the list. So why is Samuel at Jupiter Asset Management not interested? Have I already called him? Let's take a look at Samuel. 0746 2696 767. Okay, let's call Samuel.
Sam Livingstone.
Sam, sorry, this is Sam, right? You said?
Yes.
Okay, Sam, my name's Deepak. I'm calling because I think my colleague Lynn connected with you on LinkedIn maybe a week or so back. I'm not sure of the exact day, but from a company called Digica. Does so Digica? Does any of that ring a bell, Lynn from Digica, or no idea what I'm talking about?
No idea. But would you mind calling back in 2 minutes? My dog walker's just arrived.
Yeah, of course. I'll ring you back in just a minute. Yeah,
Cheers.
no, okay.
Cheers.
So I will save his details and try and call him back and see what happens. So Samuel from Livingstone, and he is from Jupiter Asset Management, and it's Lynn, and it's Digica. Cool. So let's call him back in just a second. So I will have that as green to as a call him back. So let's call Abed and see what happens with Abed. So Abed is 079. Okay, so Abed had no luck, and I will call back Samuel in a minute. Let's try Hendrik and see what happens. Oh no, so Hendrik, I could not get through to him because that was tied. I remember that call. So yeah, sure. So that makes sense. Let's delete that row also. Let's try and call now Matt. But let's give Samuel a ring back basically.
Hey, sorry about that.
That's okay. Is the dog all sorted? Was the dog walker just taking the dog or coming back with the dog?
Yeah, literally just it sounds very first world problem going on here, so apologies in advance. But we've got a builder helping do something in the kitchen.
Yeah.
So the dog's upstairs with me, so she's not pissing him off.
Okay.
And then the dog walker arrived.
Yeah.
The builder opened the door, and I've got to then send the dog downstairs without her then trying to also kill the builder. So sounds like a straightforward process, but it wasn't really straightforward.
Well, hey, it required you getting off the phone to sort it out, and I appreciate that. Both dog and kitchen and builder and walker are all important in the world of Samuel Livingstone, so I appreciate that.
Yeah, exactly.
So
to
yeah,
your original question, I don't remember. To be honest with you, I feel slightly chaotically organised at the moment. We're just hired 3 new people.
oh, good.
Team's
Well,
expanding quickly.
yeah.
But I'm getting probably, I don't know, probably 60 LinkedIn messages
a day,
a week.
a week. Yeah.
So it's going a bit bananas.
It's okay. It's okay. Look, I can be very straightforward. I'll tell you why I'm calling what we do in about 20 to 30 seconds. And you can say, Deepak, actually, that sounds interesting. Or Deepak, you know what? That's great, but it's probably not for us. Does that sound reasonable?
Sure, go for it.
Brilliant. So long story short, Lynn and I are part of a company called Digica. Really simply, we specialize in working with companies such as yourselves to help deliver, support, develop artificial intelligence or machine learning products. I will come out of the gate and say I'm definitely not a product expert. I do stuff like this, which is business development. So if you were to quiz us upon our stack, I would probably fail miserably. What I can say is that we've been doing it for a fair few years. We work with quite a few well-sized companies, and there's a lot of stuff that we do that I think, on the basis of Lynn reaching out, I presume might be at least worth, I hope, an exploratory conversation. Say, okay.
What do you mean by AI? The challenge I have, to be honest with you, is we have buzzword bingo going on with everyone that calls me. So they have AI and ML products that they've been doing for 20 years with the best company in the world. Literally heard that pitch 100 times in a week.
Very fair.
And I don't know what that actually means. And unless there's like an example of how it can help an organisation like mine, I'd much prefer to read a 2-page white paper sent to my work email, and I can then reach out and go, actually, here is a problem we're currently facing. Let's consult with these people. Otherwise, it's just buzzword bingo.
Yeah, no, I understand.
The yield for me spending time on it is low.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. So I can give you some very high-level examples of some of the things that they've done, and maybe that will give you at least some insight. And then, if that makes sense, sure. I'm trying to think of examples of immediate solutions in your niche. I don't have any. So I don't have any that come to mind rather immediately. But what I can say is that they do stuff such as looking. They've got like contracts with like military defense.
You're saying they, but not we. Do you not work for them?
No, I do work for them, but I still say they because it feels like it's new. So I'm still learning some of these things. Yeah. So when I say they, it's because I'm not a product expert. So I feel a bit separate in terms of my mind. So apologies. That's just no, kind of linguistic nuance on my side. A couple of examples. Number one, they work with, for example, companies that need to develop, for example, robots that go into radioactive areas where humans can't go to do, I don't know, like heat mapping of areas that go beyond what you can ordinarily find in the commercial market to really map out and spec areas. They work with in the automotive industry when they're trying to process like lots of thousands of sets of data, and using the heat mapping example again to understand issues that pertain to people that get into car crashes with speeding based upon like tire treads on the ground and the traction of it. So there's that kind of level of data that they'll process and learn where the best places are to put, for example, like literally speed signs and warning signals.
It definitely sounds like the product could be more applied to corporates that have sort of physical purpose.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how that would then be applied to an asset manager who manages money.
No, absolutely. And the truth is, and that's probably again my fault, I don't have the financial sides of it probably down pat, if that makes sense, in terms of being able to give you some of those examples.
So I think for now, I'm just respectfully decline. It doesn't sound like it's going to be anything of use to us at the moment.
Yeah.
Rob, you're always welcome to drop a note on LinkedIn or a white paper. I find.
What's useful to you? Like if I send you something, I definitely would want to send you something that you'd be like, you know what, I'll give it a 2-minute skim.
It needs to be applied to the role we do, so it needs to be something investing.
Okay.
You know, I find it interesting that there's nuclear reactors powering robots going in and that sort of stuff. That's something I'd read. It's interesting. But then I have websites like medium.com that provide me all the form of reading I could possibly need in that
of course,
area.
Of course, yeah. So, well, what's a good email for you? Because what I'll do is I'll ask the team.
Send it over LinkedIn for now.
Okay, cool. I'll send it over LinkedIn from Lynn's. I'll ask Lynn to follow up with you just so it comes up the top of your inbox. If I find something relevant, I'll send it to you, and then if it looks okay, well, I just wait for you to respond there, I presume.
Yeah, that's probably the best. And to be honest with you, it doesn't sound immediately actionable. I think just being you work in BD, it's a wasted person if you spend lots of time with zero yield. We have a lot of people reaching out who have very niche examples of ways that they're currently assisting fund managers with very specific fund manager related items who are also not having time to speak to.
Yeah.
So you're very welcome to send it. I would definitely, if it's a couple of pages, I'll definitely read it.
Yeah.
But it sounds to me like a low probability hit with this.
Well, I'll do. No, I understand. Look, what my plan is being straight to the point. If we have something, I'll send it to you, and if we don't, then I'll say, guys, you know what? I'll just tell Lynn to pop in a message saying, fair dues, Sam. We don't have anything that I think you're going to look at, but all good. I'm glad we spoke.
Good.
Yeah, wicked. I'll do that then. All right. No worries, buddy. Okay, bye. So there you go, guys. That was quite an intense call. I don't know if anyone was listening to that, but there you go. I'm going to upload that call to the SoundCloud. I'm going to upload that call basically, so people, the team can look at it and come back to me as to what their thoughts are. So there you go. If anyone's got any questions, leave them in the comments. George, I hope that you're watching. And yeah, let me so I'm gonna leave a note that okay, so that's cool. We tried him, and we're gonna give him a call back later. But let's try and ring Alexander now and see where we get with Alexander, expert data scientist. Okay, cool. So Alexander, Ipsis Mori. So 07902 86 3087. So no answer from Alexander. So let's Alexander Rado. So what I'm going to do now, guys, is I'm going to send the call across to the client and just get some feedback from them. before I forget. Perfect. Come on. So hang fire, guys. I'm going to stop sharing my screen for a second. It was so guys, if you're watching, if you've got any questions, just let me know. I don't know if you're watching. I don't know if you've got any questions, but I'm going to I'm sending these guys a bit of a message right now, and I'm going to see where this goes. I'm basically telling the client that we should. So let us make one more call. I'll try and call Mr. Matt Hervey now from Gowling. 36. Let's try and give him a call again. Hi there, sorry, can I speak to Matthew, please?
Yeah, speaking.
Oh, sorry, Matthew. My name's Deepak. I'm calling from a company called Digica. I'm reaching out because I think my colleague Lynn Ford connected with you on LinkedIn. Does that ring a bell, or no idea what I'm talking about?
Does ring a bell.
Vaguely.
Yeah.
yeah. No, look, I appreciate it. A lot of people, well, you probably get a lot of messages on LinkedIn, like many of us. So let me save you the trouble of having to scratch your brain or scroll on your mouse. Yeah, no, absolutely. So look, to cut to the chase, really simply, Digica, who Lynn and I are part of, we're basically a software development business that's focused upon the areas of artificial intelligence and machine learning, and we're reaching out to people like yourself fundamentally, just to hopefully set up an exploratory phone call where we can either a combination of walk you through our and when I say I'll be very honest and say that I'm business development, so I could not talk at your level when it comes to AI, but that's where the rest of the team would get involved. But really just to either one, show you some case studies, or two, you come and say, this is a need that we've got within our business, or these are the challenges, and just to see if there's any room, if at all, to find productive ways of working together on a project that at Gowling you're either already involved in, or thinking about looking at bringing in some external resource. And if I'm being honest, that was the reason for the call this afternoon.
So
yeah, sorry, probably not as.
No, hang on. It's these calls that make me realise I do need to clarify my business title. I'm an expert in the law when it comes to artificial intelligence, not the use of artificial intelligence in law.
the right person to talk to, and I've actually messaged your colleague.
Oh, sorry.
There's a woman called Louise. Don't worry. There's a woman called Louise Heathcote.
Okay.
Who's our head of business improvement. So I'd go for her.
Do you know if there's even a number that you have for her, or a way that I can kind of have a chat with her? Have you got any recommendations?
I just googled it myself. The second hit gives you a number. But anyway, I'll give it to you.
Oh, perfect. Sorry, because I didn't catch it. Sorry, go ahead. Sorry, I really appreciate that.
Yeah, it's 0121.
0121.
393.
393.
0129.
0129. Let me just repeat that back to you. 0121 393 0129. Was that right?
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you say? I'm sorry. Did you say Louise? Did you?
Yeah, Louise Heathcote. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Perfect. I just wanted to make sure that I got that right.
Sure.
Okay. Well, look. Thank you at least for taking the time to listen and thinking, Christ, this is not what I did. But thank you. No, I really appreciate it, and I'll give Louise a call.
Okay. Cool.
Brilliant.
Okay. Cheers.
Thanks, Matthew. Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Guys, Alexander called back, so I'm gonna ring Alexander now. No luck with Alexander. It's annoying. 01213 993.
Sorry, Louise Heathcote is not available.
Okay, I'll try and call Louise Heathcote back later. So let's add her number with Heathcote Gowling to we could probably so guys, that is all for today. We've been 32 minutes, so I shall catch you tomorrow on the other side. See you guys.